Just about half an hour ago, we were joined right on this couch by author Matthew Morris discussing anti-racism in the public school system and continuing our conversation this morning around black representation in education and, of course, the ongoing election campaign. We're joined this morning by ETFO President Karen Brown. Karen, so glad you're here this morning. Yeah. Appreciate this. Of course, it's Black History Month, which is coinciding, of course, with the provincial election campaign. So a lot happening here. Let's start where Matthew picked up, talking with Jennifer about the idea that we need to see more black male educators in classrooms, whether it's in Toronto or just beyond, right across the province here. What do you see as some of the barriers and issues in terms of getting those people into those positions?
I think, first of all, our students need to see themselves in those positions. So we need to ensure that our classrooms are reflective of that. And that's not only for black students, for all students, to see black educators in front of them so that our students can say, I can aspire to be a teacher. But also then we need to look at faculties of education. What are they doing to attract, to make it viable so people want to enter the profession? I know at ETFO, we're offering bursaries for community members who want to enter the profession, so who identify as black. So I think we need to create opportunities because also affordability is a barrier. The faculties are 2 years. Hopefully the ministry will look at shortening that as a possibility to 1 year. But also once we get into the faculties of education, there needs to be a training in regards to black history. And we're seeing there's a lack there, right? So those are some key factors. And we need to start earlier. So you talked about one of the factors, but we need to be infusing black history, the history and contributions of blacks in Canada much earlier in the curriculum. Right now it's grade 7.
Yeah.
7,
it's almost
8,
too
10.
late, isn't it?
It's really too late. I mean, we have to be doing it right from kindergarten, and there students are seeing it as a viable profession, something they want to achieve and aspire to, and to strengthen that, to provide mentorship opportunities. We're seeing in other programs and with some apprenticeship programs and different things. So we need to provide some supports so people want to enter that, and maybe some targeted supports for black males.
Yeah. And are you hearing, Karen, demand in the community to see more of that, to see more black males as educators? Or is part of this the issue that because there's not enough happening and not enough representation now that you're not seeing the demand on the other side?
I think there's an opportunity for us as Ontarians to make that happen, and it's what are school boards doing in regards to their hiring practices to look at diversity, to do that, and what are we doing as a community to encourage. So when there's the encouragement, do I see other black teachers in the classroom and I want to inspire to do that? And if I do, what are the barriers? Do I have any mentorship opportunities in post-secondary? Are there any sort of supports, like I said, apprenticeship programs that can help me get into provide the supports that we see for the trades, people who want to get into that, and target specific. We've done it for other professions, and I think we would see an uptake. And we definitely need to provide the supports once they're also in the faculty to stay there.
Okay, Karen, you've got a button on your blazer there that says "Vote for Better Schools." We are in the midst of a provincial election campaign here. ETFO, I'm sure, is taking a position here. I mean, I can see it says "Not Conservative Cuts" below white on your button there. So let's talk about what ETFO is looking for in this campaign right now, because elections are times when things like this can be discussed.
Yeah,
or should be discussed.
And we're looking for a government that's committed to public education, who's going to put public education as a priority. We've had the Ford government in place for over 6 years. What we've seen is a chronic underfunding of public education. We're seeing a shortfall of $1,500 of per pupil funding since 2018. So this government, that amounts to, in 2024, 2025, about $3.6 billion in cuts from this provincial government. So we really need a government that's committed. We see there's an increase in violence in schools. We're seeing long wait times. Parents with children with autism, we're hearing there's over 27,000 students who are waiting for assessments. That's not acceptable. Students need that attention. We need our frontline workers, our social workers, our child and youth care workers to support students. There's a mental health crisis. The students in Ontario are suffering, and the Ford government is not putting the education as a priority. They don't have an education platform. We have not seen that. We know that we've had conversations with the other parties, with the Liberal, the Green Party, and the NDP in regards to what a good education platform looks for Ontario. And they've consulted with us as stakeholders, and we're hoping to see that in their platforms.
Okay, Karen Brown, ETFO President, appreciate the time this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. This was great. Thank you very much.